Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to recap a 2022 action, adventure and comedy movie called Thor, Love and Thunder. Warning, spoilers ahead, enjoy. The movie begins as Gorr, the last of his people, spends his days striving to survive on a barren desert with his daughter Love. He prays to his god Rapu for help, but Love soon dies of starvation. Just as he begins to hear a voice calling out to him in the distance, Gorr discovers an oasis where he finds Rapu, who had killed the latest wielder of an ancient weapon known as All Black, the Necro Sword. Rapu makes fun of Gorr for his helplessness and refuses to provide any assistance. Feeling betrayed, Gorr renounces Rapu as his god, which angered Rapu enough to attack him. The Necro Sword chose Gorr and he begins to feel the sword infecting him. He then vows for the elimination of all gods and beheads Rapu. First let's listen to the story of the space Viking, Thor Odinson, god of thunder. Raised in the way of the warrior, Thor was taught to help win battles, fighting for those who can't fight. Thor grew, and he grew. Thor loved many women, a lot, but he had one true love, named Jane Foster, but Thor lost in the battle for love, ouch. He also lost his mom, his dad, and Heimdall, and his brother once, no twice, no 3 times. He had to watch his planet explode. All this made him depressed and fat, but also didn't stop Thor from fighting. Thor teamed up with the Guardians of the Galaxy. He had to get in shape, going from Fat Thor to God Thor, and he finally gave up his search for love and decided to wait in meditation. Until someone says, "Thor, we need your help to win this battle." Story continues. Thor battles with some aliens who attacks temples of dead gods, and wins. In appreciation, Fear leader gifts Thor 2 giant, very loud goats. Soon after, an influx of distress calls regarding Gorr emerge, one of them being from Sif, who had hunted him down. Thor and Korg respond to Sif's call, parting ways with the Guardians who leave to respond to the others. They find a defeated Sif with her arm severed, who warns them that Gorr will attack New Asgard next. Meanwhile, Dr. Jane Foster undergoes treatment for stage 4 cancer. Efforts to research for a cure prove futile and she begins to lose hope, but Foster becomes inspired to travel to New Asgard in hopes that their magic can help eliminate the cancer. As Thor has unknowingly enchanted it to protect Foster while they were together, Mjolnir becomes drawn to her presence, fusing itself back together and imbuing her with the powers of the mighty Thor. That night, Gorr uses the Necro Sword to swarm New Asgard with shadow monsters. Thor, Korg, and Sif arrive to confront them, as does King Valkyrie, and Foster, who Thor is surprised to see. While they were able to repel the monsters, Gorr escapes with Asgard's children, including Heimdall's son Axel. Thor communicates with Axel and deduces that the children are in the Shadow Realm. Knowing that Gorr's strength would be at its peak there, Thor, Foster, Valkyrie, and Korg travel to Omnipotence City, to warn Zeus of Gorr, and ask for an army to help fight him. Unconvinced that Gorr is a threat to Omnipotence City, Zeus instead has Thor captured, forcing the others to intervene and fend off Zeus's men. In the scuffle, Zeus uses his thunderbolt to destroy Korg's body. Only his face remains intact, although this is enough for him to survive. Enraged, Thor uses the thunderbolt to impale Zeus in the chest, which Valkyrie steals as the group escapes to confront Gorr in the Shadow Realm. On the way, Thor learns of Foster's cancer diagnosis, and the two rekindle their relationship. Upon arrival, they attempt to locate the children, only to realize that they had fallen for a trap. Gorr intended to take Stormbreaker in order to utilize the Bifrost Bridge to access eternity, where he can wish for the extinction of the gods. They battle Gorr and his shadow monsters once more, but are forced to flee back to New Asgard once Valkyrie and Foster are weakened. Before Stormbreaker can be transported across the Bifrost, Gorr steals it. Thor is informed that the effects of Mjolnir are aggravating Foster's cancer, and he urges her to stay behind to recover. Valkyrie is also unable to continue fighting, leaving the Thunderbolt in Thor's possession so that he can fight Gorr again. At the center of the universe, Gorr begins opening Eternity's gate with Stormbreaker. Thor arrives and imbues the children with the power of Thor, giving him enough strength to overcome the remaining shadow monsters. Gorr gains the upper hand against Thor. Having sensed his distress, Foster decides to wield Mjolnir again despite her weakened condition and join the fight. Knowing fully well she may not survive, Thor gives Foster ample time to use Mjolnir to shatter the Necrosword into pieces, dooming herself and Gorr. Thor recovers Stormbreaker and has the children use it to return home. But they could not stop Gorr from entering Eternity. Thor calls out to Gorr and pleads for him to choose love over death as he rushes to Foster's side. Their love reminded him of the love he had for his daughter, thus deciding to use his wish to resurrect love. Foster soon succumbs to the cancer, vanishing into Valhalla. Thor accepts Gorr's request to take custody of love before he dies from the Necrosword's curse. In the aftermath, a statue of Foster as the mighty Thor is erected in New Asgard. Sif and Valkyrie begin training the children in combat, while Korg's body fully regenerates as he seeks to produce an offspring. Thor starts to raise love as his own daughter, entrusting her with Stormbreaker while he wields Mjolnir into battle. The two begin traveling the galaxy offering assistance to whomever needs it, becoming the duo, Love and Thunder. In a mid-credits scene, a recuperating Zeus sends his son Hercules to kill Thor. In a post-credits scene, Foster arrives at the gates of Valhalla, where Heimdall welcomes her and thanks her for helping save his son. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the recap. You should check out the full movie, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and click the notification bell to get notified on new release. Also leave a comment below of any movie you want us to recap. Share the videos, and definitely check out our other videos. You can also follow us on Twitter, at RealHMFS. And on TikTok, at RealHMFS. You can also email us on realhmfs@gmail.com. See you next time on history, mythology, fiction and science.